when we encounter the number 5 in the digit next to the rounding digit, this is another rule. Okay, in that case we were simply doing the increment. That is what we have said. But there is another rule, and this is Banker's rule, and you might find it sometimes in the given in the textbooks. And this rule says that we change the rounding digits such only if the number becomes even. Okay, only if the digit becomes even. So we'll understand it using an example. So this is an example 315. Okay, and there is another number 3.325. okay, the way we defined the rule, the way our rule was defined, we have said that when I am rounding, let's say, to this digit, this is my rounding digit, the way we have defined it, we are always going to increment it. Okay, so this would be our answer. Okay, the way this Banker's rule is defined, the way it is defined is, if this number, the rounding digit, if it becomes even, only then we increment it. Okay, so if the number next to the rounding digit is a 5, then we increment the rounding digit only if it becomes even. So in this case, in the first case, if I follow the Banker's rule, then my answer would be this much. If I follow the Banker's rule, then in this case, I am not going to increment this rounding digit. I am rounding to this place. Okay. If I follow the Banker's rule, I am not going to increment this 2 to 3. Why? Because this 3 is not even, it is odd. So I increment this 2 only if it becomes an even number after the increment. Okay, so here I did the increment and it became an even number. That's why I did the increment. Here it is already even and it will become odd. So I skip the increment. I do not do the increment and I keep the number as is. Of course, this rule is only applicable if the digit next to the rounding digit is a 5. In all other cases, okay, the rules remain the same. We increment if the number is bigger than 5. We keep the digit the same. If the number is, if the digit next to the rounding digit is less than 5. Okay, so this was the Banker rule. Now here is a simple example. So let's just understand it. We want to change this number to 2 places after decimal. So this is the first place and this is the second place. We look at the digit next to 8, that is 2. So we keep the number as is and my answer is 5.38. Okay, so now we are going to